It's actually 111 degrees outside. All right, ready to rock?
Almost ready to rock.
Oh! Ah! Oh gosh, the leather's hot.
We're on the way to see Todd McFarlane. He is the creative brains behind Spawn.
Todd was one of the first person I actually tried to get in contact with. Rough guess, I would probably say about 20 to 50 calls.
Hello Carmen, my name is Antoine Sanchez. Hello Carmen, it's Antoine over with Roadtrip Nation. I don't know if you can help me with this. I've been trying to just get anybody to actually pick up the phone.
Hey Antoine, it's Carmen over at McFarlane, and I got your message about coming in to see Todd on Thursday. And I can't promise you 100%, but I think if you come by about 4:30, you'll probably get you with him for a little bit. Talk to you later. Bye. End of message.
How do you feel?
Good. It's good that we're at least on the book. So, you know what I mean? But hopefully we get enough time with him.
I always felt like I can relate to him. He was this like jock at heart, but yet he has a secret passion for comic books, and he pursued it. One thing I always wanted to do is self-publish one comic book on my own. He has my dream job or my dream life.
Woo! Finally made it down here. After 50 some odd calls, about time. Hello there.
So I want to introduce you to Joe. He was going to give you guys a tour of the studio
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
while we're waiting for Todd.
Yeah, that's
so
so
you can
great.
check it out.
This is so awesome. Look at his office. You would go right on my dresser.
Do you have any of these?
Yeah, I actually have 10 dolls.
This is that Cintiq that Carmen was talking about. So you have like your regular monitor, you draw right on the screen. When we first get it in, that's the page from the original artist, and then we'll darken him for Todd, and then he'll get it to this spot.
Oh.
Wow.
Then I'll send it off to the colorist, and you're like, he looks kind of.
Oh, wow. That looks like a comic.
You guys ready? We got to do it. We've got 20 minutes with him.
Okay.
Ready?
Cool. Yeah.
Go right in.
Who's Big Shot? Who do I got here today?
Antoine,
Antoine?
how are you doing?
Good to meet you, bud.
Hannah,
Hannah?
great to meet you.
All right, well, I guess I'll just start off and explain a little bit what we're doing today. Right now, Roadtrip Nation, we go on a summer road trip to meet with people that we feel that it's inspire other people or who are leading lives that we would possibly like to lead, and also they can inspire us with their stories of what they've done when they were our age in life. And
How old are you? So I can put it in a frame of
I'm 22 years old.
young dudes. Okay.
Where were you at when you were our age?
I never wanted to go to school. I have clear recollection of one of the university recruits coming in, and I was doodling, like I always do. I was drawing, going, okay, they're going to talk about university. I'm not going. You know, wanted to be a ball player. That's all I wanted to do. And they went, who's going to university? And I was drawing, and then somebody tapped me on the shoulder, and they went, son? What? Yeah? Why are you the only guy without your hand up? I'm the only guy in this room, and I looked at everybody. All my buddies, and I had some dumb buddies, and they had their hand up, just peer pressure. Here's my theory. My perfect world was I would have got on a minor league team, and there's a lot of road travel and a lot of downtime. I go, oh, I'll just do the comic books at night, because I still knew even if I ever was to play in the minors, which I never did, but the chances of me continuing to accelerate to the dream of being a major leaguer was going to be remote. So I always had to have that plan B. You know, I mean, which is why I had the degree. So I was on a baseball scholarship, working as a janitor as part of my scholarship, and working at a comic shop part-time. And at night, after I did my homework, was doing samples and sending them off to all the comic book companies. After 300 rejections, somebody just said, look, he sent us 20 packages a month. He's been doing, just give him a job so he only gives us one package a month, which is his job. So a week before I graduated, phone rings and they went, all right, we'll give you a job. So I was able to sort of jump right out of college and go right into doing comic books. Now, it was only 10 pages, and it was $60 a page, But for working as a janitor and getting paid $200 a month, $600, I just tripled my income. And I created this character when I was a young kid called Spawn. 10 years later, being in the business, I went back to that character I created in high school, Spawn, and brought him forward and ended up sort of building this sort of little mini empire around it. So all those ideas you guys had when you were younger, who knows, in 10 years you may be in another spot, and that idea actually might work on another day.
For me, it was such a point to come and meet with you, especially on this trip, was because having the upbringing where I was just into comics and learning about your story, I was just like, all right, this guy has done multiple things. How did he do it?
You don't have to get into the A spot in the first 2 years of your life. You don't have to do it. You do a lot of interviews, you're going to find out that where they started at 22 and where they're at when you're interviewing them sort of went a little bit like this. Very few of us were able to go in a straight line to it. It's not how it worked. So when I started comic books, did I go, gosh, you know what, someday I'm going to have to start a toy company, and then maybe I'll go and do stuff in Hollywood? No. I was just going, cool, I got to get my deadline done for comic books. That was it. I was myopic. And just so we're clear here for you and your audience, what I do for a living is not rocket science. I do plastic goods, and I do artwork, which is most of the time either digitally or on a piece of paper. So I'm not building anything electronic. I'm not trying to build a nuclear plant. But you can. The only thing that prevents somebody from building a nuclear plant, ambition and cash. Or they're not willing to sacrifice, and I'll give you a whole lecture on that one as a young kid, of willing to sacrifice because they want everything. Oh, I'd like to have that new house, and I'd like to have that new car, and I'd like to have that job in that city where I know a bunch of people. You know what? You and about 6 billion other people. So start prioritizing those. I don't care which one of those you like. I don't care if your number one priority is to get a Lamborghini. I don't care. Because I've had plenty of my employees walk in, young, just like you, going, I can't afford a house. Yes, you can. Well, why can't you afford a house? What's the down payment? $5,000. That's an easy one. You want a house? We'll get you one. Let's walk outside. First thing we do, we're going to sell your car. Can't sell my car. Why? Well, how am I going to get to work? You didn't say that. You told me you wanted a house. You didn't say, I want a house and a car. So if having a car is it, then that's fine. We'll sell then all of your PlayStations and all of your stereo system. Oh, now it's I want a house and my car and my PlayStations and my stereo system. Okay, I didn't hear that either. I only heard I wanted a house. So what is it that you want to give away to get what it is that you want? And that's the piece that drives me crazy. And I run into a lot of you guys that just sort of want a lot at a fast rate. Oh, yeah, okay. You guys got rich dads?
No.
Well, then that hill got a little steeper. That hill got a little bit steeper right now.
For me, my biggest thing is I look at my dad always as like a meter to where happiness is, because he does a job that he absolutely hates every day, and he did it so he can provide for his family. I'm like scared that I'll wake up in 20 years and I'm like, I went down the wrong path.
But your dad got to provide for his family, and there's something to be admired still about that, especially if the guy didn't like his job. He still did it. He went to that. Your dad went to the job. Why? Because he actually liked you a lot. Matter of fact, I put the love word on it. Think about it. Here's the exercise. You're a little bit older. You got a family. You're married, and you got a couple kids. The doc tells you got cancer, and you're going to be dead in 2 weeks. Your first thought is, I really don't want to die, but now your second thought is, who's taking care of my family? So with that exercise, stop and think about who it is in the world that you would want in a moment like that to help take care of your family. The next question, are they the richest person you know? They're the best person you know. They're the most honest person you know. That's the person at the end of the rope that you go, that's the guy who has the most value to me. Not the guy I know that makes twice as much as me. The good guy, the good gal. Your dad put 8 hours of his life to do something he didn't enjoy so you could have it. It's a good man. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I get it. Ideally, it would be nice to find a job that you enjoy and make a decent enough living at it. I mean, but if not, it's not a failure. Don't let your job be what dictates you. So, You know, I mean, unlucky. I get to do a little bit of art, but what do you talk about? When I'm done with you right here, I get to go home, and we're having a barbecue out back, and we got some neighbors coming. So it's cool. So what do I think is going to be better, that barbecue tonight or what I just did today? And I like my job, and it still doesn't supersede what I'm about to do in here in about an hour.
After you.
Might be a little hot. A lot hot.
Oh, wow. And these are all the signatures.
All the leaders sign the top.
But they've been rotating over the years and put in the main office.
Oh, the panels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after this summer, they're taking these off and putting new slates because they get filled up pretty quick.
That's cool.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh my gosh.
I was relentless to get to achieve my goal of meeting to someone that I admire more than anything else in the world. And it happened.
You'd be proud of what you do. And it's your fault if it doesn't work. Don't pin it on somebody else. All right?
I'll remember that.
That's it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, be
Safe
good.
driving.
That was awesome.
Yeah, pumped. He just drew a spawn head in our RV right now.
Yeah.
So sick.
I know a lot of people want everything to come to them easy or want everything now. He was like, be willing to sacrifice things that you might really, really want for things that you need.
Like you were saying, like, unless daddy has a lot of money, it's uphill. And it's just like, guess it's uphill. Let's get ready for it, you know? Just before this road trip, I never considered the idea of actually going into maybe doing comics or illustrating or writing. I'm like,
I know, you were really hesitant about even sharing it, I remember.
yeah, and I was just like, I can never be good enough or successful at it to actually do it for a living, you know what I mean? I guess maybe I did have a confidence issue with that.
But I think it's still crumbling.
The wall's coming down, and my booty's on fire. Well, that was luxury for a night, guys.
Yeah.